First of all, there isn't a teacher, there isn't a student, there is one presence, just one. But there is that one is actually very powerful. So you hear the word omnipotent. You also hear omniscient, knows everything, and omnipresent, everywhere at the same time. So what we see in this world is just like I'm one and I have fingers. So they are just expressions of the same one. But it is interesting when these extensions have to cross each other and it becomes a drama. So it's intentional. The drama is intentional. And left hand, right hand, negative, positive, they belong to the same presence. Sometimes in the drama we are talking of somebody, maybe teacher, somebody student, or it's just drama. But what is happening, the difference is that in actual fact, the real you is not inside the drama. It's only remote control. So the teacher does things from remote control, and the student descends into the drama and is confused. In truth, sometimes the teacher has a confounding nature. Confounding means sometimes he descends to join, but he has a purpose of luring them out of it so that they realize they are to be remote controllers. You control your body. You control your mind. So at that point, you are like a puppeteer. But to lead people to realize that they are remote controllers, sometimes you have to join them and be luring them gradually home so that they withdraw and come to, oh, and my body there in the drama, my mind functioning. These are tools. It's not me. So, it's the same presence, but definition changes when you position yourself in certain ways. So if you position yourself as a remote controller, then you are in control. But that is the truth, that you are a remote controller. You project the things into the drama. It's a box, but you are outside of it, and you're doing. But the moment you enter into like a kind of dream and you enter the drama, and then that is where the problem is. Then you are confused. And you have to back out and be yourself. But it's intentional. So anyway, when you back out, then the definition of yourself separate from somebody is cancelled out. When you enter it, then you see this is this, this is that, and you compete, and you fight. But that is the drama. I hope you understand.
Yes.
Yes. In the drama, it is only possible for there to be drama only when there are opposites. Without opposites, there cannot be drama. So, the real you, which is functioning remotely, doesn't actually compete with anything, because everything is you. So, at times, when I'm coming to speak to you, that moment, sometimes, I go into the remote. I don't see bodies, see spirits. Then, at times, that is something that is confusing. The very same person descends into it. So if you are close, you'll be confused. Because there, the body's demands, you have to eat, you have to sleep, you have to do this, you have to do that. It does the same. And when topics are there, we have questions, and then we have answers. But when you come into the awakening to see how you are functioning at a remote control, there's no question. There's no answer. Because those things are happening in the drama, in the box, and you are not in the box. So how can there be question? Are you with me? Yes. And the need to come out of the box. Once you are getting out of the box, then the questions are reducing. So when you have more questions, remember you have something to do. When you are questioning this, questioning that, it means you haven't reached home. You take a humble approach to reach home. There's no question. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes, maybe, yeah. Let me show something on the board. You have markers. Can you all see the board?
Yes.
Good. Let me stand this way. When you are in the box, things are separated into opposites. So if you have a question, the answer is placed far, so you'll be searching for the answer. You wait within time to get the answer. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Then, if you are actually progressing back to where there is no question or answer, then the question and the answer are closing up. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Then, this is how you can understand you are growing. You are actually returning. Then the question and the answer is getting closer and closer, closer and closer. You will still have questions, but the answer is not far. Then it comes again. It's closing up. And sometimes at such a point, you say, now, you are returning, and sometimes here you may be given a teacher. That is why it says, when the student is ready, appears. Because your soul has traveled the journey, closing up, question and answer. And now the teacher comes, and he makes it even shorter. Question, the answer is this. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Then it's closing the gap for you. Question, answer. Then it comes side by side. Question, answer. You are getting it?
Yes.
Then, where is question? Where is answer? Finish. So that is God. The definition of the so-called God. No question there. No answer there. So when you get to that state, don't ask. Questions don't arise so that there will be answers. You are balanced. You're peaceful. You're loving. You are blissful. Are you with me?
Yes.
So, as long as we have questions that need answers, we should be humble. The journey needs humility. Otherwise, you'll be stuck where you are. because you think you have reached. If you think you have reached, you will not progress anymore. Please, you understand? Try to understand the truth. So, it is necessary that the one reverses the journey to come to meet these ones. So he opens up so that he can also identify questions. You see? This time it is not a journey down, it is journey this way. And he's opening up and he identifies questions, and the answers are already with him because it's very close. But when he wants to come all the way down, then he has to open the gap more. But all along, he's doing it by remote control. He's not caught up in the drama. Are you with me? Yes. So, he's going this way so that those here can come, abandon the pride so that you'll be stuck, then descend further. If you understand this, it helps you to move faster. And as long as questions arise, it means you are on the mental level. Spirit level, no questions. Are you with me? Yes. Yes. So, when we get pride in our intellect, we are stuck. Intellect is higher mind. Here is lower mind. They struggle because when they ask a question in their minds, the answer don't come. It's far, it keeps long. They struggle for the answer. But some of you, even meeting a teacher means you have already traveled down. You have come quite far. But don't be stuck. So, the teacher, in that sense, in actual fact, is not different from you. Only one thing makes the difference. The one thing is that he is going this way means compassion, abandoning your peace, your bliss, your love, and for the sake of luring the others to come to that state. Understood? Yes. Yes. So, he cannot be stuck. He's coming from a point, carrying the air of peace. Because he just left here, he opens up, and in the long run, he resembles everyone entangled, because the same opening comes. He also questions things, but he also accepts questions and answers. That is where sometimes, if you are close, you may wonder. So doesn't he know that this is this or that is that? you understand me? Yes. But he knows. The only difference is that because of the purpose to lure people down, it's not about the targets that people have here, like maybe money, maybe name, maybe this, maybe that. But the truth of the matter is, coming from here, the power is so much that those things that can be needed in the personal sense move in his direction, because everything he's doing it by remote control. So those things head for him. But it's not like heading for him to actually be in competition. No. It's heading for him so that he can become objects of attention so that they continue the journey. Try to understand. This is the reason why the Christ said, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. Focus on me. There you get to. So that all the deviation of attention, the distraction, abandon it. And the figure here for you. But it is not from the point of pride, because he knows you are his expression and he is your expression. We are the same one. It's a mystery. Please, do you understand? Not so easy, but I know. See, I know. So by and by, you are getting closer and closer. Every step, whatever Great Spirit designs to meet you is designed for you not to be stuck. Continue, inspiring you forward. Yes. Some of you have come really far, good, but you can be stuck. You can be stuck. You can come all the way here, and then the question and answer gap, that question arises in your mind, the answer comes, we call it intuition, inner tuition, answer comes. And then you say, all those people, they don't know. You see? And because of that, you are here. Instead of completing the journey, you become, and if you get stuck, it's unfortunate because it's designed for you to complete the journey. So, beloved brothers and sisters, when the teacher is moving from here in this direction, there are certain things you will notice, and I want you to notice it. Because he's even going beyond the line to attract, to kickstart some to move this way. So sometimes knowledge is sent out. Do you know what happens? Somebody will be there, he has questions, he has never gotten the answers, he's such a confused person. He goes maybe to the church, temple, this, that, and it's like the answer deeply is not this. And then, where is it? And then, there is energy sent across this line. This is where teacher meets those who have reached this side to bring them down, but he sends things beyond it, so that some of them, he shakes them. It's like, wow. So if that person has never even gone on the phone, the energy sent here knocks on the mind. Today, look at your phone. And his attention comes there. Then he says, but what is this? You see, all is remote control work on the persons. It's remote control work. And from there, it kickstarts something in him so that he starts the journey down. Maybe not immediately, but once that energy touches that person, it's not going to be the same. It may take time. You have to. And plenty people throughout the world are being touched. Plenty. Some the touch comes and they move back into what they do, but they are not the same because it's working silently inside a person, and sometimes he comes up, he confronts certain situations, certain problems, and then he begins to realize, yeah. I heard this thing there sometime. It looks like, yes, it may be. So let me go back to it and find out. A lot of people. So that touch of energy from here to them, they don't remain the same. But then, the struggle may still continue with them, but something they have gotten is working silently inside them. One day, it will start to push. And within the drama, there are certain things being worked out that will meet these people so that it shakes them to refer to what is being sent to them. They are ignoring the energies reaching them, then there will be an incident in the world. And then, for example, when the COVID came, people, you see, yes, for that moment, they are ready to listen to something. Yes, and all is remote control work. That if we send you the energy, you ignore it, then wait. Are you with me? Then wait. And at a certain point, then confrontations. And sometimes they will be said that you can no more ignore. You have to start seeking. You may have friends. Some of them, it's like where you are going, what you are doing. You think, what is that? You see? But along the line, the remote control work will touch them with some things. Yeah. And then it's like, hey, this is my friend. Can I talk it to him? Maybe where he goes, what he does. Maybe. Then they start to talk to you. See. But before then, he wouldn't talk to you about what you are doing. So this life could be easier if we turn in the right direction, where we come to realize our true selves. See, that you are actually the divine presence. The thing that you are worshiping is actually your very self. That is why it says, not those who worship. That's why it says, not those who say, Lord, Lord, Lord. It's a simple way of saying, not those who worship, but those who do what will take them there. What will take you there if you don't do and you worship that one? You are in illusion, you know. You are in illusion. Beloved brothers and sisters, when there is guidelines from down here to lead you, it will differ if you are here and somebody is here. Even though the guidelines sent may be the same, it's a challenge, because somebody here, if that guideline can easily be picked by this one, it wouldn't be as easy as for this person to pick it. It wouldn't be easy for this one at all. This is the one we call sleeping soul. Are you with me? But we don't look down on that. It's just the very self which is expressing in all this. You see, purposefully. That is the trick about the whole drama. So in the long run, if that person should turn in the direction and you are here and you are stuck, that person may come and pass you because maybe pride, maybe something, you are stuck. And that person is descending, closing the gap, and he keeps humble approach and passes. Are you with me? So it is something I want you to understand. No one is greater than the other. It is expression of the same great spirit. By and by, you realize, oh, that is what we call self-realization. Realizing your true identity. And when you come to that state, you see that you are inside the other. You are inside the other. You are inside the other. So before you are competing with that one, it is you. Yes. When, I have said this before, when your right hand gives to your left hand, has it given it to somebody?
No.
Yes. If your right hand does something to your left hand, did it do it to somebody? To your very self. Are you getting it? You may not realize at that time, but when the pain travels and you are the right hand and the pain travels and comes to you, then it's, I only think this one. Why is it coming back on me? You see, that is why it says, throw your bread, throw wabodo, kunsunemi, it will come back. What it means is that where it is going is actually you. So the truth will turn it back to tell you you did it to yourself. Are you with me?
Yes.
You did it to yourself. See the ignorance, especially when you look at the world scene. See I want to be more direct, you see. Recently when there was this the Israelites versus the Palestinians. You see, the whole thing is this. The ill will that they have for the other group will bounce back. Are you getting it? So the Jews or Israelites, they think they carry the pride. The others are untouchables. The others are. And because of that thinking, they suffer a lot. Through our history, look at it. They suffer because it's wrong thinking. And then this other group, these people are looking upon us like we are non-entities, which we will show them. Then they also think negatively that we want to wipe them out. They are nonsense people. By you thinking like that, you also get attack. You get problem. So it becomes a vicious cycle. This one against that one against that. Are you getting it? And it's ignorance. Ignorance. Think a thought that has to sort of belittle somebody, you will be belittled. If you think a thought that has to be like wishing the other ill, wishing the other to go down, you go down. Are you getting the understanding? This is confirming truth. The truth is saying you are the same one. When the Christ was about to leave, the last thing he was telling the disciples, the only proof that you have been following me is when you love each other. Love. That was his last words. Love. Because I came, I loved you. Love me, but love yourselves. It's not like loving me is what I'm looking for. No. Loving yourselves. So when he said these words, you can follow whatever he has said, but if you don't end up revealing the love in you, you have a journey to go. You still have a journey to go. And that is what is happening in the world now, deviation. Beloved brothers and sisters, if you have this cup, give me that to your water. And let us see. We have, okay. If, yes. Thank you. At this level, the energy is coming in the form of knowledge. Knowledge is also energy. That's why it says, everything will pass away except what? My words. Because the words are coming from divine source, so they are balanced words. It's not the worldly knowledge that divides people and causes all kind of things. No, it's balanced. Therefore, it helps people to become balanced. So balance is eternal. The other is in the box. Divided is in the box. At this side, people are looking for the questions, they are looking for the answers, and there is a yearning inside their spirit. Now, the knowledge going up there can be called water. That is why the Christ said, "Come, I have the living water." Are you with me? Yes. Now, whatever stage you are in, you will have a tradition to conform with where you have reached. It's normal in the drama. So whatever your state, whatever your tradition, that is your container. Tradition is the container. Come with it. I'll pour the water, the living water, into it for you to drink. So everywhere on the planet, he has poured the water into their tradition. It's not like he's partial and he's a God of Israel or a God of India, a God of this, a God. No, it's the tradition, and what has been put inside is being worshipped, but they are thirsty, they are not drinking it. And then they start to compare the containers. Look, mine is metal. Yours is plastic. Then yours is this, yours is that. And we adore these kind of things and make comparisons, and we say yours is unfortunate. But meanwhile, all the persons doing these things are still thirsty inside. What has been dropped inside, they are not seeking it to drink. They have forgotten it because they have gone down so much that the frequencies are so low, and what has been used to make the container is lower frequencies. So they are in tune with lower frequencies rather than the higher thing inside it. Are you with me? So, whether it is traditional religion, there is something hidden inside. If it is Hindu religion, there is something placed inside. If it is Islamic, there is something inside. Christian, something inside. But now, the external side of it, we made the comparisons. We say, that. Yeah. But meanwhile, the one in which you were born into, or you are attracted to, you are not really aware about what Great Spirit has put in there, which you should go beyond the container. Container is to preserve it. A lot is preserved in traditional religion, but they are not seeing it. They are attached to the traditions. They value the traditions. Everywhere, they value the traditions more than the content. Please, I hope you understand. I can give you some examples and you can understand what I'm talking about. When sometimes they have to tell a child, a baby beginning to walk, beginning to talk and all that, we talk to the baby. Hey, stay in the house. If you go out there, there is kakai. Kakai will catch you. It's a good thing for the baby. You see? But in actual fact, there is no kakai anywhere. And it will sink into the baby, and he thinks, hey, see? And it is purposeful. But something is hidden inside that the baby hasn't reached where if he strays out, he may not even find a way back. I hope you understand. If it is in the night, he doesn't even know. He can fall into something. But you are grown up in the night, you're so cautious. You maybe even look for some matches or candle or torchlight before you move into the dark. But the baby, he's just walking in the dark. So he's telling him, hey, if you go out there in the dark, yes, this and that will happen. And if the child should grow up and continue to believe that there is kakai somewhere, don't you think there is something wrong? Initially, it was serving a purpose. See, so the container serves a purpose. But what it represents, what it is there, must be known and understood. Sometimes they will tell you when people are eating, it's abomination to be sweeping. And then as we grow up, we pick it that whenever people are eating, it is abomination to sweep. Fine. But what is the deep meaning? They don't know. So, I told you this story before. In my town, we were young. Where we used to stay and eat, there was this story building, and our parents, sometimes they eat upstairs, and we may be downstairs. One time they were eating upstairs, and someone took a broom to be sweeping downstairs. They stopped eating and shouted, "Who is sweeping? Haven't I told you?" Blah, 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 blah. Then it's like, hey, we didn't know that. So, in a sense, the one giving the instruction may carry that thing with him, even if he's eating here and somebody is sweeping in the other house, he may let him finish the sweeping. I'm hearing the sweeping over there. Because he never got the meaning. You understand? So the downstairs there, that sweeping wasn't even any threat to the upstairs there he was eating. The meaning is something can come like a particle and fall. Maybe a germ is attached to that particle, comes and fall in the food. Are you with me? Simple truth, but they make it into something. Don't whistle in the night. Don't do this. Don't do that. All these things and traditions, something is hidden inside. One has to know. Whatever the people do is just the outer of something inner. And the generations come and they hold the outer of it seriously. They have no knowledge about the inner of it. If you are going to church, put your shoes aside at the gate or the temple. If you are female, cover your hair. Cover your head with this and that. All these things are external of the inner. They are traditions. But I tell you, some places it is like, without that, God is angry with you. You see? You see? Traditions help, but they are having an element. Container helps to preserve something special. But don't end up entangled in the container, the tradition. Go beyond it. When sometimes we'll even have to say, oh, jancosmicfoundation. Right, t-shirt and this and that. They are only symbolic things. They are only traditions. Are you with me? So when you come, if it is a beautiful outfit or whatever it is, has nothing to do with the essence. Get it correct. Are you with me? Yes. It's like a messenger. He's bringing very precious thing to you. So, of course, without him coming, you don't get your thing. So, almost like you equate the value you give to the thing, you equate the messenger to the same. But you shouldn't forget, when he has already come, you don't hold to him and forget the thing he brought. Are you with me? Yes. Of course, you have to show appreciation. You have to show appreciation to the tradition which is keeping that thing. But you don't hold on to the tradition and forget what it has come to give you or what it is there to give you. And this is the deviation that goes on within time. Within time. In the local language, a rock is called obo. So the enlightened great ones, they knew that those here, they have a lot of imaginations. When you talk of something they can't imagine, so they just create some things. So it comes that you can't, what is here, he can't talk of it unless you come down, then you can understand. But they want to be here and understand. So, okay, when it's like that, he says, okay. So he comes and puts a rock there. And he is giving devotion towards it. So all of you focus there. And once you focus there, it's a technique. You're slowing down your objective mind. But that stone, that rock, is symbolic of when the drama goes on, the presence here doesn't change. So whatever is going on, the rock remains. That is why we call it the rock of ages. Drama can go on, but it remains the same. So that master looks at the rock and he's only seeing the great presence. That every drama, just as the Christ said, heaven and earth will pass away. External, internal will pass away. You understand? So, but symbolically, when the climate is changing, the rock remains the same. Things are changing, the plants will shed their leaves and sometimes they die and the rock remains. So it's symbolic of the Great Spirit. So he looks at the rock and it connects him to the Great Spirit presence. But the others watching, out of that, even a lot of wonderful things may happen. And the others watching say, yes, the rock is the power. Are you getting it? Yes. So when he leaves, then they worship the rock. Obuosum. That is how it happened. Are you getting it? So it's deviations. But the truth was there. The truth was inside. So they practice these things and they cleave it into forms because people can't imagine how rock, it has to. They are in tune with forms because they see humans, they see this. So the rock itself, they want to see how they can interact like an entity. So then some of the teachers come, okay, your levels, you want to be in tune with that thing and communicate. Okay, they cleave the rock into a form. And now they can appreciate that is somebody I can talk to. You can respond. You see the same thing with children when they are dealing with cartoons. Inside them they think it's living, real. See, this thing is. So grown-ups, they want similar, like the cartoons, and then it's like, it connects better than just the rock, and they have to worship. But they don't know that these are symbolic things. These are symbolic things. So you go to another tradition and they are telling you Rock of Ages, and that one you are appreciating. But it's the same Obusum, Obuor, which everything passes and is still there. It's just a symbolic thing about the Great Spirit. The drama passes and is still there. Please, you understand it? We need to really discern, closing the gap of question and answers. Not until you drink that water, you'll be all the time dazed with all these kind of things. Even things like the days of worship, they are all part of the traditions. Some think unless you are worshiping on a Friday, all the other days, Saturday, all the other days, Sunday, all the other days. So, in this way, it makes us sometimes look down upon others because they are lost. But you are also lost because tradition is what you are worshiping. Attention is on the tradition. What did the Christ say? On a Sabbath. You see, if he speaks the truth, they will take stones. What are you telling us? So you have to abandon some of these things. And he said, Sabbath, this is Sabbath, 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 okay? But Sabbath, he goes on to do what he has to do. And then they want to attack him for it. They say, hey, these things were made for you. You were not made for it.